Something in this book that looks
Hey, I am sitting here with Helena Griffith, who is proprietor and ultimately heir of the beginning of the Phillips Emporium. And she has got incredibly cool old ledgers and things from the beginning. Tell me about the very beginning and how you're connected.
Well, it was Mary M. Gross Phillips, who in 1886 plunked down $5,000 to purchase this building, 10-12-14 East Main Street, from a Mr. Can't think of his last name right now, who had bought the building a year before for $75 at a tax auction.
Wow, wow.
And so she had it as a commercial entity. The commercial floor had dances here.
Oh, wow.
It was a social center.
Okay.
Upstairs was the area where people was a rooming house.
Oh, okay.
So she would make the food in her apartment. I'm presuming this is what happened because there was a dumbwaiter that could send the food down to this commercial floor, and so it was a center.
Was it also sort of a general store? Because you're referring to things that could be purchased here that are like dry goods.
I think, and I have down in the basement an antique German, what do you call it? Not a slot machine. It's where you put the coins in and out will come the embroidery thread.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know they made that kind of thing. Wow.
Well,
yeah.
Europeans were ahead of our
mechanically,
time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And this was in 1886 to 1900 and so on. And then her projects here ended when she rented the space to F.W. Woolworth, Five and Dime.
Okay.
And they lived in this building for 60 years and
wow.
went out of business. They closed many of their leases. March of 1990. My mother, who had inherited 50% of the building, and her sister owned the building, and then my mother gave me her half interest, and my sister gave me her 1/8 interest, which I used as collateral to buy my aunt's share.
Oh, wow.
And that was in November 1989.
Wow. And all this time I haven't known you. Wow.
Well, I always wanted to have a little retail shop and sell clothes that I made. And I did some of that over the years before I got involved in this place.
Yeah. Were you raised here in Bloomsburg?
I was born here in 1944 at Bloomsburg Hospital.
She's younger than I am.
Dr. Beckley delivered me and started a savings account for me with $5 at Bloomsburg Trust. Can't remember what it was called then. Bloomsburg Bank and Columbia Trust Company. Anyway, my father and mother met here in Bloomsburg, and my father had been here as a naval officer, worked at the university where the Navy had a program to train young recruits. And when he came off of campus down to my grandfather's photography studio to buy some film, he asked my grandfather if he knew of any rooms available. And my grandfather said, well, yes, I have a room you could rent. And that's how my mother and father met.
Cool.
And they, my mother and her 4 siblings were raised at 203 West 5th Street. It's the house that now the Dunkelbergers live in at the corner of Jefferson and 5th. And so I was here until I was a little older than 2 years, and then we moved to Northern Virginia, where I still live.
Okay, but you're not there all the time.
No, I'm here 3 or 4 nights a week mostly, and I'm there 3 or 4 nights a week mostly. But I do have cousins here, and so I feel as though my roots are here. I remember many things, many wonderful things about Bloomsburg. I remember going down to the fairgrounds to see the harness racing. And I remember seeing Mr. Keller's animals.
Big cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lion tamer here in town at one time, yeah.
And then my grandfather was the only grandparent that I remember. He had a photography studio at Eaglesmere also. A lot of entrepreneurship in the family.
Yeah.
And I feel as though I've inherited a feeling for that. So
Very
I've
cool.
just tried to keep it going.
Yep. And she is also a huge supporter of the people that are also in this building, which is the yoga studio, Sharon's Crystals, and the Columbia County Democratic Party.
And
so
that's
keeps it
what's
lively.
Here. That's what's here now, and we've started up a little bookstore again called this one is called the Teeny Tiny Bookshop. We don't have the coffee house that we had, but many people, when they were teenagers, will remember coming here to perform in their bands and to listen to the music.
Very cool.
That was a lot of fun for me, too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Helena, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, MJ.